All right, all right, all right. It is now the time to like, comment, and subscribe. I am glad that there's over 200 people here already. That means many of you new to come back from our last live. So thank you so much. We're 3 minutes in and there's nearly 300 people. That says that you guys are engaged to the official Tyesse Report, engaged with our programming. So I love you guys so much. I thank y'all so much for all of your support. You guys mean the world to me. You have no idea the support that I have. You know, I may have 15,000 subscribers, but I have the support of somebody with 100,000 subscribers. It is not gone unnoticed. Amen. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome back. Yes, Crystal Marie, but you can hit the like button right now and we won't have to stop and pause the show. So if you hit the like button right now, you won't have to worry about us stopping the show. Please be sure to comment. We just try to tell everybody, keep it cute. We don't need any paragraphs in the chat. 1 or 2 lines will suffice, you know. Share. You can hit the share button and you can hit, you know, the share button. It'll send you to Instagram, Facebook, and you can send it directly to people. And also subscribe. We're on our way to like 15,200 already. So yes, hit the subscribe button. That's a cute thing to do. And just enjoy yourself. We are all about fun, information, you know, entertainment. We are a channel on the move. I can guarantee you that. We're still celebrating 15,000. I appreciate everybody that came by and celebrated with us on last week. And yeah. So y'all, I thought we were going to be leaving Nashville. We're not. I thought that because I saw where this was headed. I said, okay, well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and turn the keys over and do the walkthrough of the apartment, and I was done. And well, I was going to be done, and you know, if something else were to come out, what I think may come out later, but I don't think that's going to come out. I don't know. I was expecting that to come out, but evidently it's, you know, I don't know if Bishop Matthews is in that wheelhouse to do that, but I was going to come back for that, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. But we're still in Nashville, y'all, aka Cashville. Can we show some love to Nashville in the chat? I know y'all in here in the bushes and whatnot, but y'all, we have some developments overnight. As I get these lips matted a little bit, we had some developments overnight that blew me away. That blew me away. I listen. I'm. Hold on. I'm 49 years old. I've been in the church all my life, but some stuff kind of like I'd be like, oh my God, you know. It's a lot. We still stuck. Not at the bus station, at the airport. Hold on 1 second. My brother said, you shiny. I'm shiny. Am I shiny? Am I a little shiny, y'all? I didn't even moisturize today. You shiny. Maybe it's my lips. I didn't even really put any. Okay, am I shiny? Am I glowing? Am I a little shiny? Let me know, y'all. What am I giving? You shiny. I think I look okay. Hold on, he's with the reply back. Oh, okay. Oh, am I glowing? Oh, okay. I look okay. I look all right. Skin is clear and cheeky. Okay. You know, when you have a glow, people automatically assume there's some man that been over and blew your back out, or you know, that's what people assume. You know what I'm saying? Stop assuming that. It could be the glow of the Lord. It's given. Oh, okay. Thank y'all so much. Okay, thank you, brother. David Kelly, thank you for $7.77. I think there are a lot of people over there watching that video from the fledgling blogger of Fresno, and so they may be watching that now. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, let's get started, everybody. Let's get started. Thank you, Penny Jane. Good to see you back in the chat. It ain't fair. It's not fair. Before we get started, what are we looking at with the verdict, y'all? Is there a time? Have they started a time for the verdict to be read? Or do we have? Because somebody said, let me make sure, y'all. Do we have a verdict? Because somebody, hit me up. I want to make sure. Okay, child. Are we on verdict watch? What are we on, y'all? I'm confused. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, so the jury is deliberating. We don't have a verdict? Oh my God. Okay, y'all. That's why I don't listen to these people in my inbox. That's one of the main reasons. Jury set to begin deliberation. That's from CNN. Okay. All right, Joanne. Yes, no verdict. Okay. See, that's why oh my God. That's why I don't listen to these people because, okay. Here we go. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much. We got a lot of work to do, and I'm only going to be here for like an hour. We got a lot of work to do, Task Squad. Hey, TW, you over in Cashville? All right. Okay, let's get started. They say we take too long, y'all. Let's get started, okay? 9:50 is I remember 9:50 is what Thank you, Michael Gardner. I appreciate that. Pam got the details always. I'm sure she will once the verdict is reached. It can happen between now and Wednesday. Oh, okay. Well, child, you see what I'm saying, Malika? Okay. Let's get back on while we're here. Okay. So your friend is on verdict watch. She was doing another case because Diddy wasn't complete. Okay. Let's just focus, y'all. Enough. Let's just focus. Let me wet my whistle. Bishop Fred Matthews had his first Sunday service since the incident happened. Okay. Bishop Fred Matthews of Triumphant Church of Nashville, Tennessee, had his first Sunday service. Okay. In the chat, we're going to move on from Puff Daddy. Okay, we're moving on from Puff Daddy. Mods are already on it. Yeah, the mods are already deleting stuff. We're done with Puff. Okay. I know my moms. I know Crystal. I know Bees. I know them. So they okay, we're moving on. All right. He had his first service yesterday in Nashville, and it was just like I predicted. I said it yesterday, y'all. They shouted and praised God through it. They praised God through it, and shouted and hooped and hollered and did what they were supposed to do. Okay. And that is church on Sunday. However, there's a whole scandal looming in the background. But, that's neither here nor there. The thing that blew me away is that we have confirmation with video proof that Sam Franklin hosted Bishop Matthews after the service. It was sent to me via email. Sam Franklin hosted Bishop Matthews later that day, I guess, at her church. And he either gave her $100 or she gave him $100. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel, Lord. So Sam Franklin had Bishop Matthews at her church, and she gave him $100. Now, see, saying, you know, I have to be truthful here. I got to be truthful, saying that's the porn star's former pastor that he denounced. Now, saying there's no way the optics you cannot explain that away, I'm saying. He raised an offering where he laid out with $100 seed. Thank you, Rick Perry, because you know it's been confusing who gave $100. That's why we have Tie Squad members here. There's no explanation to saying, Franklin, I will drop the link. Hold on, let me put the pin and link in case somebody want to run and tell her. There's nothing she can say, nothing Sam can say that can explain this. Absolutely nothing. Okay? Listen to me saying, nothing you can say can explain this. Hold on one second. I want to drop the, let me put the link in the chat just in case somebody get messy and want to run out. She's more than willing. If she's more than willing, I'm really able. Copy. Let me put this link right here. There it goes. This is why I said last night the young man is playing in a game, the black church, that he don't have the playbook for. He knows these YouTube streets, social media streets. He understands Bigo and Zeus, but he don't understand the black church. Okay. Okay, you need to bring this down. Okay, there we go. Now, here we go. I'm going to pin that link and take somebody run and go get her. I would love to hear what she got to say. See, Timbree in her absence, I remember her talking about pastoral care in two different instances, y'all. Two different instances. Timbree talked about pastoral care. One was when that man made that girl get up in front of the church. Timbree, oh, your spirit is all over me right now. That man made that young pregnant girl get in front of that church and told her, don't touch that table over there in Virginia. Timbree broke that thing down. And then Timbree broke that thing down when Keon Henderson told that woman, hush, be quiet. Hush your mouth. Hush up. She talked about it then. Do y'all remember those instances? Pastoral care. Keon Henderson told the lady, be quiet, hush your mouth. Hush up here. Hush up. And the man over there in Virginia told the young pregnant girl, don't touch that table. You better not tell nobody but God. You almost killed your mammy. No, that's the color purple, Tie Squad. I'm sorry. That's the color purple. Yeah. He said, you better not tell nobody but God. You almost killed your mammy. Now, a man said, you can have Celie, but you can't have Nettie. Not now, not never. That, y'all, we haven't even got to the, oh my God. We haven't even got to it yet, y'all. That's just the appetizer. So Sam Franklin hosts Bishop Matthews. He starts to offer up with $100. Now remember, y'all, this is a small church in Nashville. I know y'all say $100. I know. This is a smaller, smaller congregations, This ain't exactly Lighthouse, So Sam Franklin does that, and many people probably going to say that was kind of like a lick back at the young man because the young man denounced you and said he was leaving your church. And then we hear the young man went over to Sam Franklin's church and they denied him entrance. Now, I don't know why he was on William's Live last night asking William a million questions. Sir, you denounced her. Why are you over there? Why are you trying to go over there to the church if you said you left the church You're no longer a member. And William has the patience of Job. Because I would have been like, and some of the things he was over there saying, it's like he was dumbfounded as to why he didn't have access. I was like, what is he? Is he okay? The young man, the porn star. Child. So now I just got an inbox. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull it up. Now I just got this right before I went live. Hold on, child. I cannot. Y'all stick a fork in me. I cannot do this. Last night, he said, wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Last night, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Last night, William woke me up about my sleep, talking about get up, breaking news. I said, oh my God, what's the breaking news? I thought something really major had happened. William was like, there's an incident in Baltimore. Bishop Scholes or whatever his name, Bishop Moles. Okay, we're not gonna Rick Perry. Let's make sure we just keep it very, very. Let me kind of run the commentary, Rick Perry. I got it, brother. I got it. Thank you, though. Okay, so William was like, Tyesse, Bishop, what's his name? Bishop Moles got carjacked in Baltimore. I'm like, I want to say something about William. I could have waited for this in the morning. You know, they always carjacking somebody over there in Baltimore. No shade to Bishop Moles, you know what I'm saying? The way he came in, I'm like, William. And I was dozing off y'all last night. I had a long night. No shade to Bishop Moles, but child, okay, let me get back to what I'm saying. So the young man posted 2 hours ago. He posted 2 hours ago that I almost fell in I'm going to use the word suicidal trap, but God. Last night, I almost fell in a self-harm trap, but God. That's what the young OnlyFans man said. It's so sad that you don't know if you. It's so sad in this scenario, you don't know if somebody is being truthful or if these people are trying to up each other, you know, to get the narrative to go their way for today's cycle. That's crazy, y'all. You don't know if this young man is really being serious about self-harm or if Sam Franklin did that to me yesterday. I'm going to up it a notch. That's where we're at, where we don't even know what's real anymore. That's sad, Mocha Drop. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this before. Oh, I'm going to take it up a notch. You think you had the news cycle yesterday? Well, watch this. I don't think he will get any compassion because of what he said about Bishop Matthews and First Lady Matthews. I don't think many people will even look at it with just, no, Emmanuel, I don't think it's going to work. I don't. Sam Franklin, she has to really, really come outside and answer to the fact that there is a story concerning a young man that is no longer under your pastoral covering or, you know, under your pastoral care that was in your church, and he's accusing somebody of something, whether it is true or not. Sam Franklin, hear me out. You had a young man under your leadership, and he made accusations about a man concerning sexual improprieties, whether it's factual, lies, or somewhere in between. You then had the man that was accused of that in your church. Was he invited? Did he show up on his own? The optics, you cannot clarify that. It is what it looks like. whether he was invited, whether he showed up on his own. I saw the video where you brought him in the pulpit and gave him a mic. I saw that. So, I mean, this is where we're at, y'all. And so I refer you back to the video I did 2 days ago when I talked about, and a lot of people was like, oh my God, what is he talking about? Spiritual warehousing. Everybody was like, oh, what does that mean? Some people wanted clarity. Some people thought I was like just making up a new catchphrase. I just told y'all about this 2 or 3 days ago. You have to be careful. No, I don't think he was scheduled to be there. I really don't. I'm sorry. And if he was scheduled to be there, he should have been taken out of schedule because of what's going on. Yeah. If he was scheduled to be there, he should have been, taken off schedule because this doesn't look good. This looks greasy from a spiritual standpoint. Now, I'm saying, had him, booked to be there. Yeah, right now would have been a good time to say, Pastor, the streets are hot right now. This story is a little hot, so let's yeah. And then you can't put this all on Sam Franklin. Bishop Matthews got his ass and walked around into the damn church too. So that's why I tell people, you got to be mindful when you get into ministries. People say, well, this church is based on Love Center in Oakland, the great Walter Hawkins. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to say I don't know Sam Franklin. I don't know. I know of her. I don't know her. Let me just say this. I don't know if it's the same as the Love Center in Oakland. Maybe it's, built on, the blueprint. I seen her on that guy in Florida show. So yeah, she clapped back. Oh, that's good. I'm built for clapbacks. The official Tyesse Report is built for clapbacks, and I can go from shade to spiritual to Iyanla and come back to shade again. I'm built for it. Because what I could be saying right now would be a misunderstanding. But I've evolved as a blogger. And that ain't why I want to come on and do all that. What I could say right now could be taken the wrong way and taken back as a bone. So that's why I'm going to keep this as simple commentary concerning pastoral care. I don't think there's nothing adequate that Sam Franklin could tell me. I don't care if he was scheduled to be there. He walked up because he saw the church door was open and walked in. The optics of this do not look good. Whether he's innocent, whether he's guilty, there are allegations. I was just thinking to myself, I wish Ross was here, but I have Mary from Oakland here, so I'm good to go. But I was just saying to myself, oh, I wish Ross was here. Because I really want to say something, but I don't really want to do that. I don't want to do that. This ain't that type of show. Whew. I ain't trying to take it there, Ross. I'm not. Because I don't know the lady. I know of the lady. And I've heard some things, and I've heard some more things. Nevertheless, Bishop Matthews did his service. As I said earlier, they did what they came to do, and that was to shout, praise God, and, wanter around, the elephant in the room. Whew. So the young man, and that's why it's such a dichotomy and such a a dichotomy and a paradox, right? Because the young man is upset that he was betrayed, that he was betrayed by Sam Franklin when he has been doing that, you know, to everybody he does interviews with. But I found it interesting, after hanging up in William's face, he doubled back and called William when all of this tea came out last night. You hung up in William's face, and then basically when all this tea broke about, you want to come and ask William all these 1,000,001 questions. Walsh and Mary said they're not surprised. They're both in the Bay Area. So to the young man, sir, listen. And then the conversation that was that we could hear on William's show, she said, and this is a Tyesse Report exclusive, Sam Franklin said, hold on. How many people was over there last night on William's channel? She said, Sam Franklin said, the police is looking for that boy. Did anybody else hear that? Sam Franklin said the police is looking for him. You was there. Did y'all hear that? What I want to know is, why is the police looking for somebody and they know where he lives? Are they really looking for him? Oh, you was all y'all was over there. Y'all heard it. She said the police was looking for the porn star, the young man, the OnlyFans star. And the question is, what are they looking for him for? Because to me, it just seems like they said that they had a lot of undercover officers at the church yesterday, right? I guess at both churches. And so, I don't know if the police is looking for him, if it's a tea out, why did nobody detain the young man at the time when he tried to make entrance to the church? You know, so I don't know. Some of this stuff ain't really adding up to me, y'all. I don't know. Y'all talk black to me. I was listening with one eye open. Oh, okay. Sounds like she is sick of all this mess. Okay, I don't get that, but yeah. Is some sort of probation violation? If you're on probation, Emmanuel, your probation officer has to have your address. They do random stop-bys. She should be ashamed of herself. If the tea could be spilled about her love center days here in Oakland, she would consider herself less she be consumed. Listen, I don't know. I'm from the Bay Area. It was a lot of moving parts. Is the boy wanted by the police? Is the police really looking for the OnlyFans young man? Remember, it was a lot of moving parts. You know, Donna Ross said, how loose are we talking? They said she should be ashamed of herself. Then we got the news that First Lady Matthews, we can confirm, came to church. Now, I'm not going to do all that they're doing. I'm not going to do all that the other bloggers are doing. You know, I ain't going to do all that. Because they are kind of run with this line. Did something really happen as far as self-harm with the First Lady? I'm not going to question that. Nobody will play around with something like that. And if you're blogging and you saying some stuff like that, you're wrong to do that to that lady. Questioning her self-harm attempt. Y'all are wrong. Even the people in the chat over there. I don't think that lady will lie about, you know, the pastor will lie about her trying to hurt herself. I don't believe that. Some of y'all over here talking about, well, you know, I don't know now. I don't know what's going on. Now they playing with self-harm like it's, you know. I don't think that woman will play about hurting herself. That would mean her and Bishop Matthews got together and came up with a Todd setup thing. Now I don't believe that, y'all, that woman would do that. No, that's not gonna be a narrative we talk about over here, outside of what they saying. I don't believe that woman would do nothing like that. Well, listen, let me say, I don't know nobody. I don't know these. I said that about Jakes and Youngblood. I don't know Bishop Jakes. I don't know Dwayne Youngblood. I don't know none of these people. I'm just a commentator. Yes, she said that. Yes, who said what, Sherman? Y'all always give us a little context and pretext and subtext. Because we don't know who she is and we don't know what she said. Give us a little pretext and subtext. Are the police a part of his storyline? Well, Emmanuel, my beloved Emmanuel, at first they was talking about Bishop Matthews was utilizing the police on the young man. That's what the narrative that first went out. Then it came out and got cleared up that the young man, the police been looking for him, and he said out of his mouth that the police came over there and kicked his mama door in live on our show, remember? So the lines have been blurred. Is he wanted, or is somebody utilizing Nashville PD, aka 12, aka MAG, as an arm of these ministries? People do all kinds of stupid stuff. That's why nothing surprises me. I'm not surprised. That's Mary Williams out of Oakland, California, a powerful woman in her own right. So people are asking me, didn't they say he is a scammer? They all need Jesus. Who, y'all? I just, hold on. Who is this? Hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. Okay, well, y'all need to come in the chat and say that. Okay, come in the chat and say that, y'all. I don't understand why they want him. Teresa Jacobs, who, baby? Can y'all please give us context, pretext, subtext in your comments? Who and why and what? Y'all need to come in the come in the chat and give us these, comments. I don't know J-Rock's, get down in Nashville. They always talk about they always looking for J-Rock. And I said I was going to say the boy's name. I'm not trying to get nobody no fan. I'm not going to have nobody building off of my name and my building. So I have a question. However, I don't want to detract. It's regarding the self-harm thing. And it's okay if it's respectful, nephew. And I know you know how to do it. You can put it in the chat. They over here in my inbox on Instagram talking about the police always looking for J-Rock for something or another. How do y'all know that? I mean, what's really going on over here in Nashville? The young man stated on one of his videos that he was moving because of all this. Well, Takesha, I just watched the video, my beloved Takesha, where they said he got to move for another reason. Oh, this is too much. I cannot. They over there saying he got to move because there's too much going on over there anyways. Which is it? Which is it? Is he moving because of all of this? Or is he moving because he got to move? Yeah, Nashville PD, if y'all are in the chat, y'all are welcome to hit the link. Are y'all always looking for this boy for something or another? Or is this an isolated incident to this era? If self-harm was attempted by the First Lady and she went to the facility, would she be out so soon to attend Sunday service? She may be out, but it wouldn't be something that you would want her. You may be out if you're having I've been suicidal. I've never been 5150. I've never been Baker Act, none of that stuff, because I don't live in that state. But I've been there. When my mother passed away, I was not well. Okay. When my best friend passed away during COVID, I was not well. I've been there. And so I've been suicidal. Okay. And I'll say this, Brandon, to answer your question, nephew, that ain't something you recover from in a few days. It's really not. And moreover than that, and I don't like questioning this because it's a sensitive issue. I don't even like questioning this, but because this story with these people has been so muddied, I think it's okay now to ask questions. I don't even like questioning these type of matters. But because the lines have been blurred and they have muddied and sullied this conversation, we now can ask questions like Brandon is asking. Any other story, we wouldn't ask stuff like this. If you try to commit self-harm, the last thing you need to do is really, really be public, because a lot of the trauma from the people and the space, people are going to say, oh, she needs to go to the hospital. That's the church. I wouldn't be rushing. I wouldn't be rushing off to, the church. I would try to get myself together, Brandon. I wouldn't be interested to be in that space with all them eyes on me, taking a chance on being triggered. I wouldn't. But they said she was definitely there at church yesterday. Whew, let me see. She would still be a voluntary home for inpatient mental health care. Well, after they release you, after you get the clearance for release, this Ross, after you get the release from the mental hospital, the 72 hours are up, they have to give you a plan, this, Ross, of aftercare and moving forward, because you're still volatile. And sometimes they extend it. You can have a 72-hour hold and then get another hold, a more longer hold. So, yeah. Whew. How did they say she attempted, or did her husband share that info? Her husband shared that info. Her husband allegedly shared that info. That's the first time we heard that. Yeah. We're going to say allegedly still, y'all, because it's like, yeah. But hold on, you guys. This story has took so many twists and turns. Hold on. I'm going through my mind, y'all. I'm going through my mind. Okay, I think the OnlyFans guy first said that. And I think, he first gave us that. And then we heard it on the recording from the lady. Am I talking right? He first said it, that the wife was trying to, they say the wife tried to hurt herself. And then we heard the recordings where the woman said that. That's what I remember. But remember, they're saying Bishop said that. The porn star and the woman that released all these messages. If I remember, that's how I remember it. But we have to say that's what they're saying Bishop said, right? Okay. Oh, Jesus, Lord Jesus. And I thought that slop bucket content creator commentary I did tugged on me this morning. Ooh. People are still inboxing me from Nashville, talking about they're not shocked. I got a phone call. I talked to somebody the other day. You don't know the half of what's going on in Nashville. Nashville is Atlanta Junior. Suicidal ideation not attempted. Maybe she said that she wanted to harm herself. But okay, let me see. I think the woman said attempted to hurt herself. I don't have to play the audio. That's what she said. Tried to hurt herself. If she came out this soon and publicly, she would end up being readmitted if seeing patients like her way who try to recover too soon. You need time off, but she has to, and all this is speculation, but she has to be there. If she's not there, then it looks like something is off with the. So she had to be there, Ross. Like many first ladies standing by their husbands. That statement that has disappeared said that there was an investigative process. There's an investigative process, and so y'all look. They doing an investigative process. Does anybody know what the investigative process will entail? Is it police? Is it Bishop Gates? Does anybody know in the chat? Is Sam Franklin assisting? Anybody know? Yay. What is the investigative process? I think the investigative process is let's move on. Let's go ahead and move on. And hopefully in about a week, this will be them die down. Let me say this to Bishop Matthews, sir. Let me say this to you. The scandal will eventually go away. I don't care how the boys say he not giving up. The scandal will eventually, it will run out of gas. It has no choice but to run out of gas. The young man can keep talking, go to Tasha K, go wherever he want to go. Eventually, it would run out of gas and run into the car or run into a brick wall. What Bishop Matthews don't understand is that the story will go away. The energy of the interest in this story will go away. But what you have going on internally involving your sexuality, it remains. That's what First Lady Matthews do not understand. I've seen pastors go to therapy, complete the therapy. Oh, help me, Holy Ghost. Go to therapy, complete the therapy, get a certificate, hug the wife, and then go and get their back blown out the same night. Homosexuality is not something that can be cured. Homosexuality is not something that can be delivered out of you. If you are gay, you are gay. If you are same-sex attracted, there is a great chance that you will always be same-sex attracted. You do not want to go the way of Pastor Donnie McClurkin, where you are torturing yourself in the bowels of religiosity. And making statements like on TV One's Uncensored, this is my lot, and I probably will be lonely for the rest of my life. Oh, you will. You settle for that? For the Church of God in Christ? Or for whatever denomination he's out of? You settle for that. You done went and had children, or you got a son. And they said at one time that relationship was really fractured, from what I heard. Everybody that I see on YouTube, on that guy, what's his name? We Need to Talk. What is that channel? Every time he has somebody on the show and they say something, he go, he's shocked at everything they say. Whatever that YouTube channel is called. He brings the ex-gays on. They sitting up there looking like they getting ready to audition for Drag Race or Dreamgirls on Broadway. And he's sitting up there talking to them about being delivered. And they up there, and he like, damn. All the gays that I see that are delivered, they all look like they are hostages. They look, as Iyanla says, from the neck down, just your body imagery is you're dead emotionally. They all look shell-shocked. I've been there where I tried to repress, talk myself out of, go on and go on and go on, going to hook up with girls, having sex with girls, trying to prove something to yourself. I've been there. And when you finish having sex with a girl, it was just perfunctory. As a man, you can perform sexually if there's enough stimulation. Anybody can. That's why we have pastors that are gay that have children. Stop thinking because a pastor has a kid that they are straight. I'm looking at when I was looking at the Tiffany Montgomery debacle and how she was saying some things about a pastor. She was saying something about a certain pastor. I don't want to name the pastor here today. It's like, Tiffany, girl, we know what you're trying to say. It's been said by multiple people. We know what you're alluding to, girl. You know, that's why we say these prophet wars are so fleshy. They be so in flesh. We know what the hell you're talking about, Tiffany, concerning that particular minister. But he has children. He has a wife. His wife is a little masculine presenting, but he has a wife. People got to understand that some men will go all the way. My little sister, Little Mahogany, back in the day, we used to talk about this kind of stuff, and she would say it was a joke between us. She'd say, some of y'all took the damn joke way too far. You know, y'all sit up here getting married, having children, going to get a poodle, a picket fence. Is it that damn serious? It is. It is. Because the church has made it so, single pastors are looked at as an anomaly or odd, especially single male pastors. A woman can be single, and I don't think she gets a lot of scrutiny. But if a man stays single too long, there's a problem with it. Shirley Caesar said on her Unsung, she knew the moment the lesbian rumors started with her. Go watch her Unsung. She was married. She was unmarried for a long time. She was on the road. And she was focused on her career and ministry, and she just didn't have time for a man. And that's when people start talking about her sexuality. And there were a couple of caravans that were lesbian. So, you know, the rumor mill, it don't take much. You know, Josephine Howard, the mother of the late the mother of Mickey Howard, the late Josephine Howard, was a lesbian. And there are a couple other caravans where there were question marks. We'll leave it at that. Okay. And so it don't take much for the rumor mill to get crunk. There are YouTube channels devoted to all of that. I have a show that we're going to be, a new season this Saturday, Behind the Groove. Check it out. We cover stuff like that. You can join Patreon, Behind the Groove, all new season, 4-episode season. The whole month of July, we're going to be doing Behind the Groove. Yeah. No matter what you do, you're going to always be attracted to what you're attracted to. I have seen men, I know men that have had experimentations. I know several, right? And they say, and they have told me, like, Ty, now they're straight, they're themselves. But they have told me, you guys, Tyesse, I was just doing something. I wanted to try something different, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me. That's not the same as these people that are running around here, tipping and dipping behind, closed doors and got a whole wife and kids at home. That's a little different. A lot of women say they experimented with some stuff in college. And they'll tell you, it really wasn't for me. I just wanted to try it out to see what was it like, but then it wasn't for me. I don't want us to get that confused with what we got going on, y'all. Yeah, I tried it a couple of times, mother. It was hot, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't my thing, I love Behind the Groove, too. I love producing it. I love music. That is my wheelhouse. That and Black history. To the young man, I'll give him the courtesy of saying his name, J-Rock, whatever his name is, he needs help. He needs help. To see Sam Franklin, what appears to be a lick back, I don't know. Somebody say, was the pastor scheduled to be there? I don't know. But the optics of it reeks of, oh, I'm going to show you. You want to publicly denounce me? I'm going to bring him over to my church, or I will allow him to come in my church. We're going to teach you a lesson. That the body of Christ, we stay together. We united through scandal and everything. Clifton Hill, I already spoke about that, and that's why I say it's so important to come in and not try to add commentary. We love you, Clifton Hill, but I just tell people that's why it's important just to come in and just, I know everybody wants to be a blogger. I know you do, but it's so easy, and this is no shade to Clifton, but it's so easy, y'all, to set up your YouTube channel. Just set it up. Get your StreamYard. I pay $45 a month. StreamYard, $45 a month. About $10, $12 for the music. You have internet service already, right? You can make your graphics on Canva, Adobe. It's a little more expensive. Make some graphics. A lot of the graphics, you can get them right online for free, Google. And then you can just come on and just empty your guts on your show. Tell it how you want to tell it. Talk all day long. Talk till the sun come up. That's all you got to do. What I said in relationship to that was, it's hard now to know. It's hard now to know what the hell is going on when people are weaponizing self-harm. People are playing with different things, y'all. So was the young man really in a mental health crisis? Or did you wake up this morning and say, I got to shift the narrative and get a little energy going on social media? That's where we're at. We don't even know what's real no more. The link is available for anybody. Because we know Sam Franklin probably not going to pop up. But the link is available for anybody. You're more than welcome to come up and talk about it with me. I love all of you. Yes, I do. Hey, baby. Hey, sugar babies. What Monique say? Hey, my babies. Hey, sugar plum. Ain't that what Monique say? Hey, apple pie. Hey, sugar dumpling. Come on up and let's talk about it. Do you have a theory? Do you have anything you want to add? Are you in Nashville? Have you left churches in Nashville? Have you left religion? Anywhere. Hit the link. Come up and tell us about it. Because at the end of the day, y'all, the conversation is going to continue to happen until it dissipates. When it dissipates, it's gone. So now will be the time to discuss anything you need to discuss. I'm saddened. I am saddened that the gardener is right here by my window. I am saddened that the gardener is right by my window. He's gone now. Let me make sure noise cancellation is on. Make sure my noise cancel. It is okay. I'm saddened that this is happening in church. I'm saddened that this is happening in Nashville. I'm sad. At the end of the day, I was at the end of the day, I had elements of J-Rock. I want to be clear. There were times I had volatile seasons as a young black gay man. And so he talks about being in foster care. He talks about, the loss of his father. I wasn't in foster care, but I have lost a parent. When you're young, you're trying to find your way. Sex work is the last thing you need to be involved in. It really is. If you're dealing with any type of trauma, sex work is the last thing you need to be involved in. Well, one, you're dealing with a lot of soul ties. Number two, what nobody tells you when you leave sex work, prostitution or porn. What nobody tells you, and I'm going to tell you right now, what nobody sits you down and says when you leave sex work, whether it's street prostitution, you're working the ad, OnlyFans, you're a contracted porn star, nobody says this. You will have a problem with intimacy probably for a very long time. There is therapy, and you can work through it with a therapist, but oftentimes there is something that stays with you. I've heard people say even after therapy, you have a problem with intimacy. I, 20 years later, still have things that go on. He is watching the Tyesse Report on his life. That's fine. Hi, this is the official Tyesse Report. You can come join us right now. Subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you, Rick Perry. Tyesse Jackson has experienced a lot of problems that go along with dealing with that energy, y'all. J-Rock or J-Rock or whatever, yeah, it's gonna take a lot, y'all. It's gonna take a lot for him to get to where he needs to get to. Whew. I'm praying for everybody involved, the pastor, the church, Nashville, but it's gonna be a minute before he gets. I was well into my 30s before I got the memo. Well, let me see what he over there saying. Hold on. Let me see what he over there saying. Hold on, let me see. I know you don't like me. I'm not your enemy. I'm not. And there was really no need for you to put that in the chat, Rick Perry. But you know, I hope my mods don't eventually block you. I hope they don't. There was no need for you to put that in the chat. That he's okay. All right, and now they're all in the chat saying that. Okay, let me see what he's saying. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see what. Let me see what's going on here. He just got off when you said something. Oh, he did. Oh, okay. Why get off? Why get off? I'm an older queen, honey. You can't outread me. I promise you. You're young. I know you, but you can't outread the queen. Okay, hold on. He got off. Oh man, I wanted to see what he was saying. I am the arch. I'm the arch. Now I was over here saying that. Listen, I think Sam Franklin is wrong. I think she is wrong for how she handled that. I did say that, right? I think that there's nothing she can say that can explain it to me. Nothing. Rick been telling it on the mountain. Okay, what you mean by that, Loretta? Rick been telling it on the mountain. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So here's the thing. Don't come over here in this chat. Let me let y'all know this. Don't come over here on this chat driving people away to other chats. Don't do that over here. Okay? You can't outread the queen. We probably can read at the same pace, but you won't outread me. I promise you, you won't. I put that on Monica Lewinsky and the Dead Homies. He's been given a play-by-play in the chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know this Rick Perry guy. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. We just gonna put him on a soft code 4. This Rick Perry guy. You did say that time, and what you shared today was been. Yeah, I thought I was. Listen, let me say this. I don't care what nobody say about me. Okay, I wouldn't be in this situation. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't. Even back when I was his age and volatile like that, I wouldn't be in this situation. I really wouldn't because I was always street smart when I was in the streets. First of all, to the young man, I would not be risking my reputation in the sex world. The internet streets, people see this. Dates, potential clients. Number 2, Mr. Perry, I asked him several times to hit the link. And when they don't hit the link, either they probably don't look like their profile picture or it's a fake page. I've told him several times. They want to executive produce a show from the chat. But that's how it goes. I wouldn't risk my dates and stuff like that, y'all. I wouldn't. No, if I'm out here working the track, I'm not going to be out here trying to expose nobody, and I'm still actively trying to get out here and work. Because now everybody see your face, everybody know who you are. You can have a good date that was getting ready to hit you up. A very generous date. And they see, oh, that's him. Oh, hell no. Another thing, where you live, the building you live in, I don't want that energy like people know where you live and then you don't know what can jump off. You don't know who's crazy in these streets. You don't know what church member knows somebody that knows somebody and to fuck around and listen. Some shit to get real. People be really tribal behind their pastors and leaders. So that's why I say, y'all, I've never been that volatile that I couldn't think straight. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, it's always going to be people over here trying to send people links to my commentary so they can then try to read or get smart with me. Here's the thing. I'm rich. I don't give a fuck about what you say about me. Damn about what you say about me? Shit. When I end this live, I'm going back to my beautiful, comfortable life. I'm a commentator. I am here to do the work. I'm here to bring clarity. And I am here to generate conversations about current events. Well, fuck about what you think about me personally. Child, listen, I was not trying to cuss. Some of these people that I'm beefing with on YouTube, we're not even in the same damn tax bracket. Well, I get what you talking about, some damn Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt is rich. I'm living with no damn roommates. Anyways, y'all, what was I going to say? I just say to the young man, to the young brother, you know, you can, it's some things you can do, but he's not emotionally available to do that.
Hello, good morning, afternoon, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Why is we over here conversating about me being a porn star and stuff? And let me clarify, I'm not an escort by day. I don't do this every day. I didn't lose no clients. I don't do all of it. No shade. Why are we over here bashing my name, talking about me and what I do on the back end because I
No
expose?
one, J-Rock,
I watch you. We
no one,
just watch you. No shade. We
okay,
just watching you.
no one is bashing
Well,
you.
what I'm trying to tell you is stop
Okay,
sleeping
you
on
can't talk now.
what I'm tell
You're
you
not
that
gonna
stop
talk over
sleeping
me
on
on my
what
show,
you're
J
doing
Rock.
and worry about what you're doing. You
Okay, you can't talk over
I'm
me on my
I'm
show.
reheard.
Are you gonna allow me to speak? Are you gonna allow me to speak? Okay, no one is bashing you. I come from the world you come from, okay? So I'm not bashing you. If you are a sex worker, you're a sex worker. If you are an escort, you're an escort. You do porn, that's fine. Okay. I just think you need to really I think you need people in your life that can talk to you and let you know what's going on, but you're not coachable. No one can talk to you.
Because you don't know me. How you gonna tell me you gonna tell me what's going on in my life? You've been knowing me for all of 7 days now. Y'all
Okay, J Rock. All
days.
right. You know what? It's Larry tried when we first met you.
Y'all need to stop trying to tell me what to do and you just met me. Get to know me first and then tell me. Don't try to depict what my life is. You talk about I'm struggling this, struggling that. No, I'm not. I was
I
in
said you were
care and I
struggling.
conquered it.
I
You
said you
talked
were
about mentally. You was talking about me mentally because I was in foster care and my dad died and all these type of things. Girl, that stuff ain't affecting me right now. I was in foster care years and years ago. That
okay. J
extended.
Rock, J Rock, J
I'm
Rock,
5 years old.
J
We
Rock.
supposed to be. Y'all need to hold the person that's wrong here accountable. We keep trying to hold J-Rock accountable for the things that somebody else has done, and then we try to figure out a reason to make it seem like it's not true. Oh, well, J-Rock was in foster care. He's mentally unstable. Dog,
That's
this, that, so it
yeah.
can't be
That's
true. That's
he.
what y'all. That's what y'all
Okay, so
bloggers trying to make
I
it
think
look
I know
like.
what it is, y'all. He hears something when you say it. He hears it the way he's digesting it. So I think we got it now. So when you say something, he hears it as an attack, right? Not as an explanation. J Rock, you cannot tell me that foster care and the loss of a loved one, especially your parent, is not affecting you to this very day. I
Yes,
lost
I
my
can.
mother.
That yes, I can. And don't tell me I can't. You don't know me. You don't
Oh,
live
so
with
you
us.
okay? That's fine.
That
So
stuff.
okay, so that's fine.
When I wake up in the morning, do look
Okay,
like I care about being. If I don't worry
okay,
about
that's
foster
okay.
care, hell, if I even mention it, I could care less about foster care. Foster care was years and years and years ago. My
Okay,
dad died. If I live right, I go see him right now. I'm not might not see him. Hey, I don't know, but you know. That's not affecting me. What's affecting me right now is I was having sex with a pastor, and y'all trying to change this trajectory of the story into a whole nother aspect of things. Oh, let's bring up this whole, as if I'm running for the president of the United States or something. We're gonna bring up this whole entire background. Let's talk about him having a criminal background, a criminal record when he was dumb, stupid, and in the world.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna allow you this opportunity right now to my nearly, 15,000, 16,000, whatever. You can, let us know about you. What would you like us to know about you as a person that we do not know? Go ahead, tell the nearly 800 people watching.
That I'm real crazy and I really go above and beyond, and I would really smack the shit out of somebody, including you, for fucking with me. Stop speaking on my motherfucking name, bitch. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. You bitches will not bash my name on this fucking internet for telling my goddamn truth. I don't give a fuck how young, how escorted, how horrified, how hoish, how many dicks I suck, and how many assholes I eat. You bitches would never sit on this app and bash my motherfucking name when that man was wrong. Y'all need to be bashing this bitch. Y'all need to be bashing the lady that allowed this man to come into her motherfucking pulpit yesterday after being.
I just did that. You didn't know that, but it's okay. I
I
just did.
saw it. I saw that part.
Okay.
No shade. We've been watching you. We were sitting here watching you. You know we was watching because they said we was. They told you that you would.
Okay.
If I was live, I paid attention. I'm not stupid, nor am I dumb. So have a great rest of your day.
Okay, so he won't be back. He won't be back. Okay, he won't be back. And so this is what I'm saying, y'all. The young man is uncoachable. He's not, you can't talk to him. He wants to threaten people. Girl. So when you try to have a conversation with him, it's not something that's gonna work out, right? It's not. And at the end of the day, no matter how he feels about the situation, the man is still in the pulpit. And I could have, said some things, but I think it's best to let people say what they need to say and get it out so people can see that we're not crazy. The people that's trying to reach out to the young man and try to talk to him, we're not crazy. What he did right there was prove my point. And so what he don't understand is he's getting ready to go into a brick wall, crash head first, right? So he doesn't understand that there is trauma that is attached to your childhood, your teenage years, and even today that you are steeped in that you have not processed. He don't understand that. You want this man to come out of his pulpit? He's not coming out of his pulpit. You want his wife to leave him? She's not leaving. You want Sam Franklin to do this? You want her to do that? She's proven to you you will not bring her up on somebody's show, praise her, then turn on her the first time she tries to give you some advice the way I did. Okay? Y'all, there was a time where it would have been a whole moment. But that is what you do. You allow people to show themselves. And see, that's what is being exemplified in Nashville, right? The same, what he gave me is what is being exemplified in Nashville. Now, if you're a sex worker, you're a sex worker. If you're a porn star, you're a porn star. Because that's what you say every time you go on one of these platforms. You describe yourself as a sex worker and a porn star. When you talk to Tasha K, William McRae, King Jives, or whoever will have you. So I'm not adding a title to your name that you don't describe yourself as. He hears everything as an attack. No respect for nobody. If he ain't got no respect for me, he don't have no respect for the police. If you ain't got no respect for the police, you ain't got no respect for the pastor and his family. And when I say that, I mean as far as how you tell your story. listen, it's like this when it comes to threatening people and what you gonna do and what you would do. Honey, I say it like this: do it. You want to pop me? You want to pop? You say you'll pop anybody? Pop me? Just go ahead and pop me. Get it over with. Pop me. Hold on. Here, pop me. It's just that he won't. I won't have him back on this show because you hit the link. What do you want to conversate about? You get on your platform and cut the hell up and talk about everybody and say what you want to say. But as soon as somebody has a commentary that you don't agree with, you want to pop them in the mouth and slap the shit out of them. I think he did. I really do think he did. There's no other way around it. He exemplified what the people of Nashville and occasionally Atlanta experience. My address is known by, I'm sure, a couple of those slot bucket content creators. They've all spread it around. I'm right here in Grand Park, about 5 minutes from downtown. Some of my favorite places to go is Publix. I like to go to the grocery store. I like to shop for fresh produce and flowers. You can catch me at Home Goods, Midtown, Indicator. There's several places. The dry cleaners. I'm new in town, but I get around. If you want to catch me somewhere, catch me out. If that's what you want to do, catch me outside. If you're ever in Atlanta, look me up or ask them people what my address is or where you can find me. All right. It's like if you threaten a blogger on video for doing commentary and describing you as you describe yourself. So you're describing yourself as a sex worker. You're describing yourself as a OnlyFans star, but when somebody else describes you as this guy, I don't know. Let's not bash him. We know he's hurting for a reason. He said, but why are we talking about him and not the pastor? If the pastor is not. Okay, let me drop the link for you, Junior. Hold on. Let me drop the link for you, baby. Hold on. So you can come up. So we're a platform. We drop the links. And if you don't come up, we figure that you're a troll or you just, you're a fake page. So we'll wait for you to come up. And I think I just did a video. I don't know whether you're watching the channel. We just did a whole video yesterday on Bishop Matthews. So I don't know whether y'all are watching, whether you're remedial, IEP, I don't know. But the link is available in the chat if you would like to come up, Junior. I just did a whole video yesterday. I don't know how many more videos. You at work? Oh, they're always at work. Okay. What would you? Okay. What would they like concerning Bishop Matthews? What can we say that we haven't already said to the damn man? But see, what they want is they want you to have the same energy this young man have. I'm not having that energy with what has been presented to me. I'm not. That's what they want. They want us to drag this man through the streets of Nashville. Hit the link. Get it off your chest. Don't go to bed with it tonight. All we can say is the man is out here in the pulpit allegedly perpetrating a fraud. If he out here sleeping with boys, sleeping with men, and got a whole wife and family, what else do you want us to say? I'm curious. You want us to talk about dookie on dicks and nothing in his ass and stuff? That's not my commentary. I don't talk like that. I don't know what the young man wants from the comic Terry community. I have no idea what he wants. I'll be off at 3:30. Oh, you will? Oh, okay. Don't worry about it, Junior. Don't worry about it. We've done 3-4 videos, and I have said everything that needs to be said about Bishop Matthews. But maybe you didn't hear. Maybe you didn't hear that day of the 3 or 4 videos we did. All day long. We started this live talking about the way Sam was moving. Everybody's getting the same attention. He denounced Sam Franklin. I'm confused. He denounced Sam Franklin, said he wasn't a member of her church no more, and he was moving on. And now, you want to know why? We want to know why too, but we just talking about why you press. Hey, Michelle Holly, I cannot.
So Elder Tyesse and the rest of the Ty squad, help me understand this. Because my mother, for a short time, was a sex worker. Yeah. So, and most of her
I'm a former prostitute, Shell.
Yes, sir. So most of the clients are married men with children. Yeah. Most of your majority of your clients are pastors, some are doctors, some are lawyers, some are politicians. So he act like he's got this groundbreaking something that nobody ever heard of. Okay, you get as a sex worker, part of that fee, you're able to command a high fee. Part of that fee is for keeping your mouth shut. If I hate to talk bad or say what I'm getting ready to say, but if I was that pastor, I would stop his bag. Though he's trying to block the pastor's money, doesn't he know that can work both ways? People find out that you a sex worker that can't shut up, that run their mouth. It's like Mr. Rocket, Brother Rocket. It's not like you Stormy Daniels and you can go out here and get a book deal. You're not writing books and getting book deals with CBS and CNN. You're not doing that. No. You keep your mouth shut. You haven't even secured anything. Is that what you're trying to do? You out here on the internet telling everybody, look what he did. Like Elder Tyesse said, his church haven't left. His wife is not leaving. Okay, so where are you going to go from here? All you did was let everybody know that you don't know how to keep your mouth shut. That's what we were trying to tell the other young lady who had her encounter with the good prophet. Keep your mouth shut and you'll be able to maneuver. If you're going to maneuver in this world, in the world of sex work, part of that is knowing how to keep your mouth shut, knowing how to move with discretion. That's what I thought sex work, part of that world encounter, discretion. And you get more bookings by being discreet. So he's on all these platforms telling everything. I'm going to smack you. I'm going to do this. Okay, that works both ways.
You think you on my mama, rest in peace. If you think you gonna walk up to me and slap me and I walk away, you're crazy. Anyways,
thank you, Elder. I'm gonna get back in the
that's just real talk, Michelle. And I don't want nobody to misconstrue what Michelle is saying. Michelle is not saying if there's somebody that has done something to you in the spiritual world, because they'll hear that as, oh, she's telling him to sweep pastoral misconduct under the rug. You're not saying that, Michelle.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is he went to, there was a book, and this is what I'm saying, and I will be clear. Like Elder Tyesse said, Michelle, be clear. This is what I'm saying. I am saying there was an appointment made. The appointment was kept. The money changed, the request of this is what I want was fulfilled, and the money changed hands. There was a cleanup fee. And based on what the young man said, the pastor gave him additional money for the cleanup fee. Goodbye. What are we talking about? It's not like the man didn't pay you. It's one thing if he beat you up and didn't pay you, and then you can say, this is a pastor, he came and he beat me up. No, you don't have that testimony. You don't have any testimony of a transaction that didn't go according to the booking. The booking was met. Goodbye. Move on to your next client.
Exactly. And so, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on.
Well, thank you for listening to me, Elder Tyesse. I'm going to jump back down in the chat with the rest of my Ty Squad family.
Okay, I had to take a phone call. Okay, go ahead.
What's up, mother?
Dad.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Good to see you.
Look. Yeah, I'm here. I was in the shadows, but I'm gonna keep it real brief. First things first, I've dabbled and dabbled in sex work. I never had an issue with exposing anybody. However, I'm trying to figure out what was the purpose of exposing your hand of who you had dealings with, because were there any funds given? Did he receive any money for this, or is this just a publicity thing?
I think he said nephew. I think he said he dated the man 3 times. That's what he said. 3 times.
Okay. So let me get into that. Did you date or did you just have intercourse? Because dating, there's a payment that should be involved, and if you don't have your payment, you're a kid in the game. No shade.
I think he said, I've seen this man. If I remember correctly, Tyesse correctly, he said he's seen him like 3 times. So it wasn't clear whether it's sex or what exactly happened. But I guess this last time he said that it was $250, and then there was a $1,000 cleanup fee for Boo Boo. $1,000 the man gave him. That's what he said. I was like, that is wow.
Wow. Well, I mean, those prices are actually kind of low, but I understand that.
No, 250 is on the low end for
very
SYU.
low, very low. But
yeah,
I'm gonna get off. But another thing that kind of like made me feel some type of way was the whole threatening you. You don't live far from me. So hey, if anything pops, you know where to fucking find me. I stay out.
Nephew,
You know what I give.
Nephew, I really take this stuff like shits and giggles. I thank you. I appreciate the covering. But I don't take these people serious, because I know how this young man's story is gonna end. So we will get the news. It will be all over the internet. I know how this ends. I've seen it before. But I always appreciate you. And we got to go to lunch soon.
Okay, I got you. Love you. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye. Hey, Ross.
Hey, Ty.
Hey.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
I'm going to keep this real brief. I don't know all the details about this queen idiot, but I'm going to say this to keep this real brief. Remember, I think about a week ago, I told you the story about the dude in the Bay Area that ratted out the NFL player.
Okay.
And they still can't find him.
Yeah, there was a guy by the name of Marquise Rivers. He was called the DL Detective. Somebody may remember him.
Yes.
And they shot him up so many times, child. I don't know if he's still back. I think he may have passed. I don't know.
He passed away. That's why I kept saying they still can't find him. And something that everybody else, including yourself, but mainly our sister Michelle, when she dropped, there is loss. Like Judge Judy used to say, you cannot come to court. There's a doctrine of clean hands.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot come to court with dirty hands. And what does it make it look like for you? You sitting up here exposing this guy's alleged quote unquote dirt and all this other stuff. What does that make you look like, sir? That makes you look a whole mess, and you make it bad on both sides. You make it bad on both sides for for people in position, especially men of color. You make it bad for them to, because there are some, I've dealt with men. I've never been a sex worker, but I've dealt with men who are super, super DL like that.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes those men, be it right or wrong, sometimes you could be the only safety net.
You broke up a little, Ross. You broke up. Oh my God. Y'all, this internet across the country, everybody been saying it's a little shaky. So not just the East Coast. Yeah. Okay. We may wait for Ross to come back. Ross, you broke up. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Ross. Okay. We'll wait for Ross to come back. Maybe he'll, come back. So, I'm hearing people are saying, like, is Sam Franklin gonna say something? Would she do a live? I mean, it don't really matter. It don't really matter if she do a live. What is she gonna say? Saying, girl, what you gonna say? I've had the man that's being accused of some really heinous things in my pulpit, and I handed him the mic. I mean, come on now, saying, all right. Okay, you back, Ross?
Yes, sorry about that. I had a phone call come through, and I was like, "You would call me now." But where did I leave off at? But it's dangerous on both sides because it's dangerous to the pastor's family,
Yeah.
and it's also dangerous to him physically. This guy's an idiot. And it's showing you're not being an advocate for people that were genuinely hurt and groomed in ministry or whatever, or hurt in church hurt. You're not you are not that girl. You are not. What you are doing is trying to get some money.
And let's be honest, this generation is really caught up in lives and Zeus and Bigo, and that's how they get a lot of energy and validation is from the numbers and the people and try to reach that, but it's not worth it.
No, it's not, because you're causing a lot of unnecessary drama. You're causing a lot of unnecessary. If you go out and find somebody, that explains a lot about his arrogance and the way that he came on your live. It irritated me. I'm sorry, it triggered me
Well,
because
listen. Let me say this, Ross. He came on here and he said King Jives did nothing for him. Well, I'm sure that's true. He didn't like the way he conducted the interview. He went on William McCrae's show, and then he hung up on William. Then last night he called William, talking to him about, it's like, then he denounced Sam Franklin after she just really, to be honest, she was just telling him, bring it down, talk, bring it down a little bit, leave it alone. And he did not say, I don't go to her church no more. And now, like, it's like, everybody, if you don't come on here and drag the pastor all day, you with the pastor. You sided with the pastor.
Yep, and I could actually understand exactly. I totally agree with you. And knowing Sam Franklin personally, and I've had a conversation in Rusty Watson's kitchen here in Oakland, and I go on record and say this as a Love Center former member. Me and her have gotten had an in-depth conversation about Yvette Flunder's church, Love Center, the LGBTQ, and we disagreed on some things. She's not as, and this is not shade to her, this is just being honest. She's not as, how do I say, affirming as people think, especially a lot of the gay church boys think. That she's not like that. She's not like that at all.
That's based on your experience.
Yeah, based on my experience. Yeah, she's not. She's not Yvette Flunder. She
Yeah,
has her own view. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. She's not, because I don't want to dog her, not at all, because I respect her. But she's not Yvette Flunder. That's what I want to say.
Okay.
Her and Yvette Flunder all of us came out the same church, but she's not. Her path is different from Yvette's, and I could see now knowing her, I could see now in the way that she carries herself in ministry, I could see why she sat him down and was trying to and seeing how his personality was on today.
Oh yeah.
I could see why she was like, she's just now. I don't agree with how she invited Matthews over because I think that was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
That was a whole mess. But I do see how she was trying to like get this keep this silent or trying to detonate not detonate a bomb, you know what I mean? And that's what she was trying to give him some sound wisdom. Even in she knows his personality, obviously. If that kind of member sat under me, oh, okay, yeah, you know. So she knows all of that about him. So he can't find no fault in nobody. You dug your own grave, sir.
Yeah, it's like you you initiated the whole situation.
Right.
And when people don't respond the way you want them to respond, then you want to get mad, want to pop people, want to attack people. And I know you're volatile because you threatened me on a live video that's going to be recorded and archived. So I know you're not well.
Yeah.
So that shows you that he's not emotionally there. And when I talk about foster care, when I talk about losing a parent, Ross, it gives some type of understanding as to how and why you are operating the way you are now. You really think how you're acting is normal right now? There is a reason why you're acting normal, and it's because you are steeped and marinated in trauma. Okay,
You know,
and a lot of it is church trauma. But go ahead,
yep.
Ross.
No, and I agree. And I was going to say this too. It's people, and I would name it specifically towards like his generation, but I can't necessarily say that it's specifically towards his generation. But the anger, the way that he lashes out is,
Yeah.
it's people like him is the reason why there are no black gay bars in San Francisco. There are no
There are no black gay bars on most of the West Coast.
no
Probably the whole West Coast. There are no black gay bars. No.
no, they're not. And partly, yes, it's a lot of systemic racism and stuff like that within the gay community, but people that function like him with all that anger, and I'm gonna slap you and I'm gonna beat you in the head and all this other stuff, and you got church trauma too. That's why there's no more benching bar.
The pendulum is
Because
gone.
all you do is come to the club, you take all that anger out and you fight in the clubs.
And the thing about it, I'm so glad you brought this up. And when we don't have, and I call it traditional queer spaces, Ross, traditional queer spaces, like the pendulum in San Francisco, right? Like the benching bar in Oakland, like the study in Los Angeles. They're all gone. When you don't have that, we lose a place to congregate where we can come and have a safe space. And when you have places like when you see at Bulldogs, where there's a video every weekend of whole melees, right?
Right.
It doesn't do anything for us. We need a place to come to relax, see other gays in an environment that is safe. And so what you just said was so profound. That is one of the main reasons. Because y'all are dealing with a lot of trauma and anger, and then you want to come to the bar and drink? Oh, child.
Exactly. You wanna drink and smoke weed and be on Grinder and Jacked and all that stuff, and bring your boyfriend or your lady of the night or whoever it is and all that stuff, and you got this whole attitude. You got PTSD from church.
Yeah.
There are a lot of in the black gay clubs that exist still. There are a lot of traumatized gay black men who suffer from PTSD from religion, from church, and whatever anger they couldn't get out over the pulpit, they take it out in that manner. And his attitude, I don't care nobody pays my rent here in Oakland, California, market rent. Okay, I'm gonna say this on the record. People like him That energy is a pure example of that.
Yeah.
That's if there's a dictionary definition of of a church black gay man with PTSD, if that's a whole definition, his picture will be right next to it.
And when you add the fact sex work, porn work is not something that is holistic at its core. It can be a, if that's your thing. I don't want to change sex work.
Right.
But the iteration that he is in, oh my God, that's the last place somebody with your level of trauma need to be involved with.
Yeah, because he'll end up on one of them, the first 48,
Yeah.
or and I mean, and it could be either way. He'll either be the victim or the person that perpetrates the crime.
Yeah. Because
because you run into people like that.
You was that angry with me for doing commentary?
Yeah.
Like
you
I'm like, damn.
Yeah. So he'll end up on fatal attraction with somebody. You know what? I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna drop back down the chat because I don't want to take too much of the time. But there was a person that somebody that I went to church with dated somebody from St. Louis. It's a church story. And this dude had the same kind of energy that dude had, right? Dated this dude for years and years and years, and they ended up not being able to find his partner. And the partner wanted to leave him because he had the same kind of anger and temperament as this dude that came on. And I'm not saying that's him, but I'm just saying he had the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
And years later, they was at some musical in St. Louis or something, and some musical in St. Louis, and they ended up catching a dude. He's singing in the choir, and the police opened the trunk. Your partner's body is dismembered in the back of the trunk. Now, you need therapy. Maybe you need to be on a 5150 hold, sir.
I think you know what it is, Ross. I know you got to jump down, but I just think, brother, that this is not going the way he thought it was going to go. It's not.
No,
it did not. The whole plan did not work out, and baby, he's trying to figure out how to get this back on track. Unfortunately, it's not going to ever get back on track.
Nope.
But that man ain't leaving that pulpit.
There's no rollbacks for this. Like how on roller coasters they have rollbacks. There's no rollback for this one.
Ross, he started on the wrong channel.
Sure
he
did.
Really, really did. He started on the wrong. He started with the wrong person you could have went to. But hey, it is what it is.
And all I was trying to do was just sit here and watch it in silence. I hit the like button like I always do when I come in. And that's why I'm not on camera, because it's my final day off before I go back to work. Because I went out for Pride weekend, which was fabulous. And I went to church and got a good dance in yesterday. I ain't danced in a while. I got a good old crisscross. I mean, I danced my bun out. Every bobby pin I put in my bun is out. But so all I was doing today was just having a peaceful morning. And I was watching your show, and I was like, oh, I caught him live, and I ain't at work. So I got to explain myself. And I was sitting here eating some French fries. Y'all shut up. I was eating French fries early in the morning. And I'm watching the show, and all of a sudden he come on. I was like, oh, Lord. What
and
is this
all of my nephews are in the bushes watching, talking about, auntie, we all here, don't worry.
Yeah, I was like, where is he? I said, where is this negative energy coming? I mean, this is negative. So I went back and I was like, oh, you're that guy. Oh. Yeah, he needs a good chase lounge. Anyway, I love you, Ty.
All right, love you more.
All right, love down everybody. Y'all take care.
All right. Chip, I just want to say, I saw your commentary the other day, and babe, I owe you a cash app. When it was people coming in the chat, and you was like, I'm not in the mood today. It was that took me out. Y'all go watch that video.
But I be sick of the people.
Asses today.
Listen, mother, I just want to say this. That was absolutely insane. But
it was
for us, he not taking the time to listen. A lot of us have been there and done this.
Yeah.
Like, we've been there, we've done this, and where you have gotten so much guidance and you have decided not to listen to it.
Yeah.
And the ultimate thing at the end of the day is we just have no choice but to let this destroy you, because that's what it's going to do.
I can't. You will never be back. You will never be back on this screen again. And
I
so
mean, you're threatening people.
I know how this ends, right? I know how this ends. You know how this ends, Chef Dun Dun. But at the end of the day, sir, you're not even coachable. Can't nobody even talk to you. Like, respectfully, you can't even be talked to. So
And honestly, I've never seen anything like this before. I
no,
haven't.
I
I
have
mean,
not
this is
either.
a different type of this is a different type of level. I mean, the story keeps changing. I said from the beginning, I was like, this is going to backfire because the stories are not the same. And if you had any valid receipts, post them. That's it. Post them.
We're still waiting on the Airbnb video footage.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we are a week later. We still talking about the situation and have not now received. Now, I do have a question though.
That's what everybody's saying. That I have a question. Go ahead.
Could Sam Franklin not have per se got ahead of this a little bit after she spoke with him? Something tells me that she believed him in order to invite him yesterday, right?
Mhm.
Of the situation. So why not kind of nip this in the bud as you being his spiritual leader before he denounced you? Was there any contact? And again, we may not know it. We just may
Yeah.
not know it. But was there any contact to him and his wife prior to, just to see if something could be nipped in the bud as you guys being leaders or you being his leader?
I Now somebody said Chef Dun Dun because I don't know. Hold on. We got breaking news. Is it okay? They're saying we got some breaking news about Diddy. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna refer y'all to Pam and all of them, y'all, and Chef Don Don. Hold on.
Let's see.
Okay, no, okay, okay, no worries, sis. Okay, the verdict form has been released. Okay, keep going, Chef Don.
Oh yeah.
Keep going. The verdict form has been released. I thought we had a verdict. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was just wondering, as her being his leader,
Uh-huh.
I mean, did she just automatically, because she may know who he, well, I know she knows who he is, but did she just decide to wash her hands in the beginning? Like, you know what I mean? And then yesterday you invited him over, and I'm just kind of wondering why. Like, what what was the general, you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't know. Something
the
just seems to be
optics,
missing there.
even if you have any type of official reason or church reason, the optics what people see is you had a young man that was under you, right? And he's accusing somebody of something heinous. And then you invite him or you have him in your church and give him the mic in the pulpit. So I don't know. There's nothing she can say that can explain the optics of it. She may have a reason. I don't know what it is. She can wash her hands of anybody. She can
Right.
be done with anybody. I think that was like 4 days ago when she was on William's show, and I kind of heard that she was kind of like, "I'm done. Like this is too much." That had already started. And then he was telling me, "I don't go there. I did not." So, but my thing is this, Chef Dun Dun. What purpose did that serve right now? If you had him 2 weeks from now, maybe 3 weeks from now, maybe somebody can understand. But what purpose does it serve having him in the pulpit right now?
Right. It
I
does
didn't even
look
listen to the
it.
video. I had the timestamp done, but I didn't even listen to it because he was up there, and I just turned it off. He was in the. She gave him the microphone. Sam Franklin handed him the microphone.
I don't like yeah, and I agree with you. There's nothing that you can honestly say that would
No.
kind of fix that, because it just seems strange. All of it just seems strange. Um, and again, J. Rock, I'm saying this myself. Yo, your stories keep changing.
every
The
day.
amount of money keeps changing. And people, y'all come over to my channel talking about why does the money matter? It matter because I'm talking about it. That's why it matter. Um
Now we back on. Now we back on. They say we back on the TV again. Lord, why is this boy? Go ahead, Chef Dun.
I'm standing 10 toes down on everything I'm saying. This is just how I feel. It's this is crazy. This is insane.
I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't think this turned out the way J Rock. Stop. It's not. I'm not laughing at the situation. It did not turn out the way J Rock probably thought it was going to turn out. Like I said, the first platform he went on was the absolute worst platform to roll your story out on. And so now you're dealing with the aftermath of just so many different things that have just been like falling apart. And like I said, they say we're still waiting on the video. J Rock, do you have the Airbnb video? You can send it to me via JPEG or.
And I thought it was your mom's Airbnb. It should be easy to get it. Again, it's a week later. It's a week later.
I can't bring you back up. You just threatened me, J Rock. I'm not going to bring you back up on my channel. Huh?
Oh, that's nuts.
Like, what? Why would you want to come back? You just threatened to slap me. I'm going to give him more grace than he gave all the rest of the people. I'm going to offer him more grace. I know, against my better judgment. Here we go. Hey, J Rock. You want to address Chef Don or you want to address me? You said you're going to slap me.
I already talked to you. I want to talk to this one. What's up with you? You said my story.
This what you see my name though.
Kevin. My
you see,
okay. Wait. Say it again.
She said that my stories was changing, but the
I'm not a she. Be clear.
Not.
I'm not a she. Don't disrespect
Didn't they
me.
confirm that?
I'm not a she.
Break it down like this.
I'm not a she. Don't disrespect me.
Okay,
you got the right one.
Hold on. Let me mute both of y'all. Hold on. Let me mute both of y'all. Okay. Chef, not Chef Dun. J Rock, do you have the video footage? Is that gonna drop today or tomorrow? J Rock, are you there? J Rock?
What?
Can we get the Airbnb footage?
Can you tune in?
When? Because we've been waiting. It's been a week and a day.
I don't care. I've been waiting too.
So we're not.
Child.
We're not gonna. You know what, y'all? We're not gonna get no video. Okay. So is the Airbnb your mother's or is it your friends? Because we were not clear.
Who wasn't clear? You was clear.
I wasn't clear.
I said it.
I'm sorry, J Rock. I'm sorry. It's
y'all
like,
said, who is this? Two old ass sissies sitting on the live finna get read the fuck down by me in just a few seconds if I'm still here.
You can read, honey. Listen,
nobody do what you feel like you need to do. Do what you
read into your heart is content. But me and Chef Don are not in this situation.
At all. But y'all talk about it 24/7. Every live you make is about me.
Okay, we're not in this.
Lie.
For the last 7 days, every live you made was about
until Bishop Matthews get out of his pulpit. Every live you can read me until Bishop Matthews step down.
Every name, every live you've had has my name attached to it for 7 days.
No.
Yes.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Thank you.
J Rock, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Do you want us to drag Bishop Matthews with that?
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't. You shouldn't have to drag him.
Okay. What would you like? What would you like from the commentator community? What would you like? How can we help you?
I just want y'all to pay attention. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, did not the bishop confess to his leadership? No, I'm asking a serious question. Did he not confess to his leadership that he was in conversation with me and he came to the Airbnb and he felt convicted in the Airbnb's garage? Is that not what he said?
We've already we released that already. That's what we said.
No, I'm asking a question. This is not just for. I'm not just confirming for you. I'm confirming for people that's watching. Did he not say that? Is it confirmed that he said that?
Yeah, that's what he said.
So this morning on my live, I screen shared my cell phone with the message thread directly from the message thread, and at 1:19, he was sitting in the parking garage getting information from me on where to go. And at 146, we were talking about him coming back upstairs. That's what the message said. Are you going to come back up here to give that to me, or do I need to come down there? Is what my message said. So that's the message. Is the message is not enough proof since he did confirm that he was there? The message is literally proof that okay, you were in conversation with J Rock. You did come to the Airbnb, and J Rock literally can show messages of you literally came at 119 and at 146 we was done. Consistent with what I said on the first live. We wasn't there no more than 30 minutes. So those messages not enough proof that hey, J Rock is not lying. This shit actually happened because you shitted on my dick, and we talked about that in the 146 messages. You shitting on my dick and you paying me extra money.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we've established, according to J Rock, the allegations that he is putting forth concerning Bishop Matthews. What I want you to know, J Rock, is that Bishop Matthews, listen to me, Bishop Matthews is not stepping down from his only source of income to go and be what, homeless, or I don't know
So
what
is that
What's the
okay in
end
the
game
body of
though?
Christ? Is that okay in the body of Christ?
you have to understand, J Rock, how the church system and the black church works. These people yesterday shouted, praise God through all of this. That's what they do. You've been in the church. You should know how this
That's not the
works.
question. That's not the question. Bib, biblically, is this the right thing? Is this what is that okay? Biblically, is that okay?
Well, you haven't been watching my evidently you haven't been watching my lives. Okay, so J Rock, the man is not stepping down.
That's not
His
the
wife,
question.
okay,
That's
but
not the
listen to what I'm
question.
saying. His wife is not leaving him.
That's not the
Okay,
question.
I haven't finished. His wife ain't leaving him. He's not stepping down. You want a moral response from people that are steeped in religiosity, and they're not going to leave the church. They're not about to come and say, oh my God, J Rock, you're so right. We're out of here. And everybody leave out the church. It doesn't happen. It never happens like that, J Rock. That's what we're trying to explain to you. You're going about this all wrong. To people on the outside, it looks like,
That's not answering the question. You deteriorating from the real answer of the question.
So if the
The
answer
ans-
was to the question was yes, what would be the end goal? What would be the end goal?
then I will look
Nothing
at
is
you.
going to happen.
I will look at you. It's not about nothing happening, sir. You're not listening to what I'm asking. I'm just asking a simple question. No one can answer that simple question. Instead, we're going to judge the person that came out with this and talk about them escorting and doing the things that they do. That's what we're going to talk about. Instead of us talking about the biblical side of this, we're going to talk about the criminal side of the offender.
okay,
That's what we're
we
going
have to, J Rock,
to.
we have to present both sides as commentators. If not, it's a hit piece. Okay, I don't do hit pieces. There are
But
commentators that,
why can't we talk about the now instead of talking about what was? Let's talk about what's going on now. Y'all talk about my criminal career when I was a dumb, stupid teenager.
okay, you know what? I have my criminal record is longer than yours. Okay, we understand, J Rock. Okay, we understand about your criminal record. Can we reiterate to you one more time? What you want is not going to happen. It ain't happening. So, what do you think is your alternative? What will you accept as an alternative?
I wouldn't accept anything as an alternative.
Okay, all right. Well, there we have it. Hey, Ross. Okay, he's not accepting nothing. He wants the man to step down and the wife to leave, and everybody in the church to get up and walk out in unison. That ain't happening. Go ahead, Ross. Take it away.
J Rock, I don't know you. I don't want to come to you disrespectful or anything like that. I do want to come to you as a gay brother, older brother, who's been through some sugar honey iced tea in church, similar to what you have gone through. Um, the best way I could put this, and I'm not trying to be over spiritual and deep. If you're going for, if the reason why you are coming out with all this tea and all these allegations, all these experiences, telling your truth, so to speak, the Bible also says, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. So the way that you are coming out with this, you're not letting God be vengeful. You're taking the vengeance, and it's coming out to me as an outsider looking in. It's coming out as very vengeful, and you have every right to feel how you feel. You have every right to feel how you feel. But
That's
what
it.
I'm saying is, let me say this real quick because I'm on my break real quick, or my break from just being out in and out of the chat. Is that you need you need. I would advise, before you get on any more platforms or any of that, to sit down and talk with somebody that it's outside of church, outside of this bubble, and talk to a therapist, because it sounds like to me that you have a lot of anger, like you were disappointed and you're just being vengeful. And that's the game. The result, the repercussions that you're looking, or the reparations, since that's a popular word these days, what you're looking for, you will never, ever, ever get out of him. You're going to make yourself look worse by giving details like the part about him defecating on you. All of us, the world didn't need to know that. That should have been between you and a therapist. Not even your former pastor should have known that, because she can't handle information like that. Ask me how I know. So my suggestion for you is to quit talking and quit cussing people out, and don't be vengeful. Let the Lord have vengeance and move in silence if that's your real motive about being an advocate for being abused in ministry. And that's all I got to say.
Thank you, Brother Ross. We appreciate you coming up. We
Is
appreciate
he a pastor too?
Huh?
That's a pastor too?
No, he not a pastor. So that man, so Ross just opened up and gave you sage wisdom and advice.
He did not give me sage wisdom
He
or
was rolling
advice.
his eyes.
What did you hear? What did you hear?
He said from another gay brother to another gay brother, there's nothing saved about that. He can't tell me nothing at all. I done
I
not.
said sage.
Oh,
SAGE.
thought you
Okay,
said
it's okay. It's
saved.
okay. That's
But
fine. That's fine.
he's in the same boat as the bishop. You're a gay man trying to lead me. You leading me to the water that's not water. It's actually mud. So no, I don't. I
Okay.
don't want to listen to nothing that he said. I'm sorry. Give me saved. Give me somebody that's
You
sanctified.
want to be
Filled.
You want to
you
be
want to be
saved?
led to something though?
You
Like
want to be you want to be saved? You want to be delivered? You want to be set free? J Rock, I'm just asking. Do you want to be set free?
Do you want to be saved, delivered, and set free?
No, I don't, because I don't feel that there's anything wrong with me. So I've already did my work. But what I'm saying is
So
that
you're going to heaven if you died today?
I am.
No, you're not. You're a gay man. That's
Okay. Well, see, that's
homosexuality.
been internalized. You've been steeped in that church dogma, and it's gonna take it's well above my pay
Y'all
grade.
have a great day, babies.
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, like again, you can't
You cannot. It's like it
you
cannot.
can't
Like
you can't.
somebody said, maybe he should call. He don't see what it is that I heard y'all say this one time, y'all. The way he is operating is familiar to him. Healing is scary, y'all. It is. And a lot of people don't understand this. But church does damage to people. The black church does a lot of damage to people. But it really does even more damage to gay men and women.
And I
It does.
I think the ultimate thing is, sir, you got to realize the way that you're handling this is overshadowing any wrong that the bishop is doing. Let's call the truth a truth.
Yeah.
The way that you are handling it is causing it to be over what the bishop is doing to be overlooked.
He's in
It
so much pain. Chef Don he's in so much pain, it's palpable. It's almost you can feel it. It's like, and that thing, whatever that is, that the bishop and him, whatever they had, he feels like he needs some type of retribution for whatever reason, because we'll never be clear on it unless he's able to articulate it. But he's internalized all of that hate. Is eating him up. They told you you're going to hell, you're an abomination, and so you don't know anything but that. That's what you've been steeped in all of your life.
I agree.
He's available for anybody that would like to come up. I just saw there's no help for this young man at all. I mean, at this point, I don't even know if it's even worth even covering moving forward. There's nothing left. Your former pastor is hosting your alleged date. The man that you are accusing of heinous improprieties is still in his pulpit. His wife haven't left him. The church members are shouting and jumping over pews. There's nothing else, I don't know what else that we can say.
Yeah.
Other than it's just sad. And listen, I wish him the best, but to be honest, Chef Don, we're about to tap into Diddy mode right now. So when I tell you the way this news cycle is about to change for J-Rock, he has no idea when this Diddy verdict drops. He probably don't have no idea.
No idea whatsoever.
No idea. This news cycle, J-Rock is about to become and it's sad. I don't want to say like his story is not worthy. It's not that, but baby, your little moment right here, this is about to kind of like phase out slowly. Right. They give you 7 days, 10 if it's a hot story. You're on day 8 today. So, whew.
Listen, mother, I don't want to cut up too bad over here, but I'll cut up real bad over there on my avenue.
We're all elder and senior in the aspect of we've lived life, Chef Dun. We've seen some things. So, I mean, if we can't help him, nobody can. So
absolutely, I agree. And what was the young man's name that was just up here?
Ross
gave it to you real good. I mean, real good. Very patient.
I just think what he wants is, I think what brother J-Rock wants is, he wants people to understand that I guess this happens in the church and it be a big exposure and we have a Jimmy Swaggart type situation, Jessica Hahn, that ain't happening. News conferences and Oprah and CNN, that ain't happening, J-Rock. It's not. Also, we got so numb to this now. It's unfortunate, but it ain't gonna happen that way.
Also, sir, you got a couple of weeks to wrap this up. Stellar Awards will be there, and it sure will be overshadowed by that.
Yeah, the Stellar Awards are coming. Diddy verdict is about to drop, and once that verdict drops, honey, Matthews and Nashville Gate will become really a figment of the pop culture ethos. And he even apologized for saying he wanted to slap me in the mouth.
Well, I was waiting for the read. I was waiting for the read. Do whatever you feel like you need to do.
Baby, but read. This is what I want you to read me until your deliverance comes. Read me until you get that salvation you so desperately are looking for. Honey,
read me until the wife leaves the bishop.
And when the wife leaves the bishop, then stop reading me. Okay, until then, I don't know what to say. All right,
Mother, I love you.
We're on verdict watch. If you get that news, get it to me fast.
You know I will.
All right. Shout out to Chef Don, one of my favorites on YouTube. Now they over there tagging the shade room and they want this story to get out. Listen, it's I don't know what happened to the Tasha K interview, y'all. Is that still happening? They tagging all kind of people in the chat. The supporters, the supporters, y'all will be supporting me. They tagging Shade Room, Baller Alert over there in the chat, y'all. I don't know. All right. I thought the Shade Room called. Oh, they called him? Oh, okay, let me see. Let me see if I can hear it. The Shane Ruben's on the phone with it. Oh, who is this? Who sent me this? Let me Malika. She does clickbait. She does clickbait. You got to get somebody else. That blogger does clickbait. So she does that so everybody come on her live. I can guarantee you the verdict is probably not in. That blogger, her and her husband, honey, they known for clickbait. So don't. We'll wait and see if somebody else. Yeah. All right. Let me just turn on my alerts. Hold on. Hey, Emmanuel, is there something we're missing, brother?
So hi everybody.
Am I missing something?
Yes, I think so. I have a different perspective.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe that listening to what I heard earlier, the situation with Florida blogger, right? Let's talk about him. You
Yeah.
remember when he said, "Oh, that didn't do anything for me," right?
He said that the Florida blogger didn't do anything for him. Okay.
You know what I think he's referring to?
What?
There was no virality with that, if there's a word.
Okay. No, we
That
know. Okay, Emmanuel, we get that J Rock is what we get what he's trying to do overall. So
mhm.
I'm clear on that. But go ahead.
Yep. There was no virality with that. When he said that very same thing, I thought about it. I was like, that's what he meant. It didn't do anything for him. The story never got any traction. So then he went to William, and then it really didn't get any traction. And William sent him to you, and then it slowly got
And
a little bit.
William been sending to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He came over here 2 times, and then I let him come up. I never invited him here.
Gotcha. But I thought William directed him to come to your
No.
channel, is what I thought happened. Okay, so
No.
I'm wrong
He
about that.
came over here. Me and Larry was talking. He
Yep.
asked for the link, and I brought him up. He's
Gotcha.
never been invited here. He's always showed up.
Okay. So I think he believed that he was going to get an Eddie Long moment.
Oh, that wasn't happening. Not with this
But
story. No.
but I think he thought he was gonna make it to CNN, he was gonna make it to MSNBC, like somebody of a major network was going to know who he was, talk to him. He was gonna have a Diane Sawyer-esque sit down with somebody about his experience with the pastor, and none of that ever happened.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I believe now that's why the reaction is so, well, why are y'all not focusing on the issue? Why is everybody focusing on me? Because in
Okay.
his mind, the issue was supposed to take him to a higher level of platform.
Okay.
The issue was supposed to get him in front of masses, and the issue got him on Bigo. No shade to Bigo, but like it didn't go anywhere.
Okay. They
And
said
I will.
he wanted an Eddie Long. He wanted an Eddie Long
He
moment.
wanted an Eddie Long moment. He did. He wanted an Eddie Long moment. He thought that somebody was going to come sit down. And like he said, it wasn't about the money. I don't think it was about ever getting money from the pastor. I don't think the money was going to do anything for him. The platforms he thought he was going to be able to access is what he thought was going to do something for him. And none of that has ever happened.
Okay.
And
Wow.
realistically, had he been a little bit more strategic, he might have got somewhere. He might have got somewhere, but he unloaded the clip too early.
Yeah. The way that rollout,
He
I saw that rollout. I knew how that was going to play out.
he unloaded the clip too early. A
Yeah.
little subtle, a little bit more subtlety in the start, and maybe going from platform to platform and issuing out a new little detail here and there, And then by the time you would have got to the Tasha K, okay, well, let me tell you what happened sexually. Okay, well, let me tell you what happened
It's the
here.
house. That's it. It's the rollout. But
And
everywhere he went, he kept talking about he dookied on me. He dookied on me to humiliate the man. He
well, it
dookie. He
was,
dookie. He dookie.
I
Oh my!
agree. But you know, anything, and if anybody ever works in entertainment or commentating or journalism, you know, shock factor is a thing. After you say it so many times, it no longer shocks me.
It does not.
It no longer shocks me. That's like, you know, I'm a dance teacher, choreographer. If I have you drop into a split from the ceiling the first time, everybody's like, oh, okay. If I see the show 20 times, it no longer has the same effect on me. It's just the same sensation like we talk about with Whitney Houston and chasing that high of the bodyguard. Like you need, like it doesn't. Those little things don't do it for you anymore. So it's almost like you're running with the same story, and he's irritated with us because we're like, okay, we need more, and it's not that we need more because we don't believe you. It's like you're going on all these platforms saying the very same thing. Where's the next detail, homeboy? Like that's all we're saying. Like that's literally what it is. Like the people want to be fed. You brought this story to us. We didn't come looking for the story. You brought it to us. And now that we're interested in the story, like you said, he mentioned, well, we've been covering this for 7 days. Very true. But we're still talking about details from day one.
We
And you
have.
tried to, I don't know. I hate it. I hate it for him. Because I really do believe he's telling the truth, but I also do believe he thought this was going to take him to a higher platform than what it has. And that hasn't happened. So he's irritated with you guys for taking a new angle on the story because you left it up to them. He could have controlled the narrative and he didn't.
Pretty much. Well,
No.
thank you, man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get Lachlan in here.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you later.
That was a whole observation. Hey, Lachlan, you're up next.
Hey, Tyesse, how you doing? Hey, Side Squad. So listen,
I haven't seen you in a long time. Where have you been?
I have been in the bushes, Tyesse. Life is lifing. My career is going crazy. I investigate heinous crimes against children.
Okay.
So sometimes I have to step away just for my own, mental health and all that. But I've been, bouncing around, the channels and everything. I ain't miss nothing. Whatever I don't get in the day, I catch up at night.
All
But
right.
this story has got me, and I'm gonna tell you something now, Thais. I am triggered. I am extremely triggered because, I'm pissed off about how this narrative is going about focusing on J Rock. Honestly speaking, and I'm gonna send you a nice donation because I'm about to start cussing and shit because this is ridiculous. I don't care about what J Rock's motive is. The focus is that these pastors, bishops, and everything else spend years every Sunday telling us, my community, right? I'm a proud lesbian, right? Same sex, whatever you want to call it. They spend every Sunday telling us how we're going to burn in the pits of hell, how we are disappointments, shaming our families, um, we're not welcome, to date in the singles ministries, all this other stuff. Oh, we love you, but we don't like this part of you. We love you, but you got to get rid of this. We love you, but you got to get rid of that. And they spend every Sunday up in these pulpits doing that, only to find out that they are in the same sin that they deem you to be in. That is not okay. That is not okay. Let me take it back a little bit. One of the reasons why, and there is some, I'm triggered because there is some, church hurt in me, and I recognize that. And it's because the way you said that J Rock is wrapped up in the dogma and all of that. Well, the dogma can only be here because they dog us with this rhetoric every Sunday, Wednesday night, Saturday service, lock-ins, and everything else. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
So I could care less about what his motives are. The thing is, J Rock also says, I'm a sinner, I'm living in sin. Okay, he's proclaimed that. The thing is, the bishop shouldn't be living in sin. He should be nowhere around J Rock, have never crossed paths or anything like that. Right? Taking it a step back, how I used to follow, how I came to love Larry Reed is because Dr. Larry Reed used to get in these pastors, behinds about the stuff they would be doing behind the scenes. And I enjoyed that. And honestly, when he stopped, I still follow, but I wasn't as excited for his videos like I used to be. Um, and that's because now I've seen a shift in his delivery about what these pastors are doing. Everything is a cover up. They do this, they do that. The thing is, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be doing it. And the mandate for them should be to step down. This bishop had no reason being in the pulpit this Sunday, nor should he be welcome back. So whose job is it? If everybody needs all this covering, everybody needs a bishop, a spiritual leader, this and that and the other, whose responsibility is it to get these pastors out of the church? This man is a bigger, he's a sinner. He's been called to higher. He's been called to a higher standard. J-Rock has not. J-Rock came on here every day and said, oh, I know, I feel like I'm living in sin. This is me. However, he's been called higher. And that's true. That's true. Brian Carn, he's nobody's prophet. That man is a slut and a harlot.
All
Yet
right, all right, all right.
he gets to come in on Sunday and be back in there after he's doing these things to these women. Right? Then we got Lovey. He's around there doing this and that with women and all that.
Wait.
Like, it's not cool.
So there's
It's
legality.
not cool.
Okay, but hold on, Lachlan. There's legalities around making allegations against people. I know you passed.
I'm not making no. I'm just talking about what's been going on.
Those are your opinions, but this is my channel. I have to protect my brand.
I understand that, and I apologize. Like I said, I'm going to send a donation.
You got everything out. We're very clear on how you feel, and so we thank you for coming up, sis. And we didn't mean to trigger you, but we hope you were able to get some type of catharsis out of your lamentations right there. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I was told, but this is ridiculous. He should be mandated. All of them. Once this happens, it should be a mandate for them to step down. And if not, then stop preaching it to us. Then stop telling us that we're wrong. You know how much counseling, therapy, and everything we had to go through. How many these exorcisms camps they're trying to send us to pray the gay away, all that kind of stuff. Only for them to be in these pulpits doing the same thing that we're doing. This is not okay. People have committed self-harm and completed self-harm for stuff like this. Meanwhile, the pastor, he's on the same app I'm on. Like, come on, I'm not going for this. It's too much. It's too much. This is definitely, brought up something in me, and I'm going to go ahead and make a call to my therapist. But time and time again, it's like, oh, they're not stepping down. They don't have to do this. The people going to support them. The people going to support us all then. Stop talking about, sexual immorality. Stop talking about fornication. Stop talking about this and that. Because according to the kickball lady and the mustache guy, they got a whole program where the harlots can't even get no screen time.
All right,
and she knows that's a program. It's a program. Everybody's down with the program. Then shut up.
All right.
Then
Well,
shut up. Y'all are just Bible repeaters right now. Y'all not pastors and bishops. Y'all just reciting scripture, and getting money. That's what it makes it seem like. And it's a mockery and a sin to the church. Period.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lockness. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Good to see you too. Now I'm caught in the rain. Let me go back and work.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
Woo, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Just Linnell, I cannot with just Linnell. Ooh. Okay. Just Linnell, I'm gonna spank your hand. Oh my, I saw that comment. Ooh. Wait. I think I'm just about done, y'all, with this. I am, unless there is a major development, I am J-Rocked out, Bishop Matthews out, because so many people, they're missing so many parts. Yeah, okay. I am J-Rocked out. Okay, I am. Thank you, Miss Stephanie A. Love, Steph A. Love, for becoming a member. Y'all, I'm done. Stick a fork, pull my right hip out, and just stick the fork right in my right hip, y'all. I'm done. I cannot. She said she has a nice donation. I appreciate it. Yeah. And they was over there shouting. He said, "Y'all need to hear this sound. I hear a sound." Bishop Matthews said, "I hear a sound. Y'all got to cry louder." And honey, they tore that place up yesterday. You address a lot what was said, brother, but I digress. I have talked about Bishop Matthews. I have talked. I mean, I did a whole man. I could have won an award for that. How I broke that down low and women's health. I just talked about that yesterday, but maybe they missed that. Maybe J Rock did miss that. J Rock wants somebody to join him in this trash campaign, and I'm not doing that, unfortunately. Okay, this ain't that platform. I was hurt at a point. Yeah. I don't think nobody has been out here on the streets talking about how these people are in the pulpit deceiving the people of God more than me. I don't know what else I can say. Hey, Sarah.
Hey, East. Okay. Very brief. East, you have
Oh,
done
yeah.
a wonderful job presenting the facts, the information. You have been neutral as much as possible. You've done a wonderful job.
I know. I believe it.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
So, to protect what you have built from the ground up and what we love so much, we're going to, kind of, we thank God for what has transpired today. But however, we're gonna put a pin in it, and we're gonna focus on moving on to we're waiting on Diddy and whatever wonderful shows you have for us that you are producing and working on, because it is a lot of work, and you need your energy, you need your zen, you need to be in a positive head space.
I'm done. There's nothing else I can add. The young man is Sister Sarah. The young man is out there in
Yeah.
way out in the ocean.
Yes.
Bishop Matthews, he's just waiting for this to blow over so he can go back to his life. And yeah, Sam Franklin, she doing her own thing. So I think my work here is done. My work is complete.
And let me say, Brother Ross did a wonderful
He
job.
did. He did.
He was very patient. He was very articulate. He was coming from a place of concern. So he did a wonderful job breaking that down. I think it is very sad, but we knew that this was going to happen, right? The Saints was going to get to church and buck and roll on the floor and sweat their hair out because of whatever was said. We knew that, right? And that's something we see a lot in church. Dancing over the issues, praising over the issues and not dealing with them. That is a problem again where I feel the church has failed us because we don't address things head on. So you told us that was gonna happen, and it sounds like it did. I didn't see the video, but I just wanted to tell you you did a very good job handling this whole situation, and we appreciate you and your professionalism and how eloquent you are, and you're glowing. East, look at your skin.
Oh, thank you so much. It was a time where maybe that first encounter with him, that would have went totally
Mhm,
before I was emotionally mature enough to handle that. And
mhm,
then I must be honest, when I look at him, I'm looking at parts of myself.
mhm,
So it's gonna be hard for me to ever do a full read on him, right? Or
mhm,
because
mhm,
I'm looking at parts of myself when I see him. So yeah.
mhm. But you handled it well, East.
Thank you so much, sis. I
How
appreciate
so?
it.
How are you feeling? You feeling good? You look good.
You know what? I'm yet holding on. I'm yet holding on.
And we can see that you lost a few pounds, 2, 3 pounds.
Thank
It's
you.
in your face and everything.
I feel good. I feel good. I feel, like I just want to run on and see what the end gonna be.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
Thank you
Well,
for asking, sis.
love you. Talk to you later.
Bye bye.
Bye, Ty Squad.
Hey,
Hey,
CC.
I was just coming up to just check on you. Can you hear me?
You know what? I love what I do. And they say if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. So I am fabulous.
Yeah, but mother, that was too much. The threats and all that, the foolishness, that was just too much for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of expected. I didn't take it, any type of way, in particularly CC. So yeah, I'm not gonna add anything extra to it or blow it out of proportion or anything like that. It is what it is. We wish the young man the absolute best and on his road to healing and recovery.
That's all you can do. Y'all tried,
Yes.
so I was just coming up just trying to
Everybody
make
tried.
sure you was good and stuff like that. I
Oh,
don't want anything, just checking on you.
all right, I'm fine. Thank you so much for asking.
All right, mother, I'm going back.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Okay, is anybody else? My screen froze. Are y'all frozen? Anybody frozen? Anybody else frozen? Okay. Sean Combs has been brought back into the courtroom by U.S. Marshals. His lawyers are gathered around looking at a piece of paper. Per the jury's request, it is now 5 p.m., so we'll excuse for the day. Your question will answer you. Okay, your question will answer you tomorrow. I'm not going to bring you into the courtroom tomorrow morning. You just come in and start at 9. Okay. I guess they're going to be doing it tomorrow, y'all. Okay. Thank you to our fire squad. Yeah, thank you to the fire squad. Well, everybody, in case you did not know, I am taking the evening off. Can we put some orange hearts for me taking the evening off? I did a nice job earlier, and now I'm here. I did a great job this evening. It's 5 o'clock, and I'm taking the night off. Orange hearts up for me taking the night off. I'm actually turning my phone off as well. That works for me. Okay. Can y'all do me a big favor if you came over and you watched us for the first time, you enjoyed this commentary? Can you please hit the like button before you leave up out of here? I wish everybody, as I close this chapter of this story, I wish everybody well. I hope clarity comes to the church members. I hope Bishop Matthews really understands that, baby, this thing does not go away. I pray for the family, but really, I really pray for J-Rock a lot, because it's really sad that he is in so much turmoil and internal conflict. I just hope I hope it works out for him. I really does, but I don't see it ending peacefully. I see other scenarios with J-Rock, and it's sad. I don't want it to end that way, but I hope it doesn't end that way. But some people, you can't talk to them. They're not coachable, and so there's nothing you can do. Emmanuel said a mouthful. Brother Ross gave everything, and there's some people that came in, they were a little triggered. We're praying for the young woman, Logness. We're praying for her. We're aware of the church system. Everybody in the chat is aware of the Black church system. We are. So that wasn't a revelation. He hears, but he doesn't listen. I like that. Yeah, he hears, but he doesn't listen. We're going to give anybody, because we're off tonight, anybody that may be on the fence about hitting that link, I'm going to give you one last opportunity to hit the link. One last opportunity to hit the link. The link is right there. That's the last link drop of the night. Yeah. Okay, everybody, we are $64 away from our daily goal. At this time, we would like for everybody that can, you. Thank you. I need to hear that on days like today. All right. We're $64 away from our daily goal, and that is a great thing, y'all. I'm gonna miss you too, Naida. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, Naida. Okay, we got somebody that decided to hear the call. Hey, Mary Williams.
Can you hear me?
I can. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, you sound like your phone, your mic is a little covered. Mary.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So what I'm thinking at this point is that this baby is injured and he's wounded and is possibly by the hands of a pastor.
It's a possibility, yes.
And I'm thinking he has the PK syndrome. Something is something else besides the encounter he had with this pastor. It just has to be something else that happened by way of the church that he's carrying on like this. This is something that I've never seen before. I've never seen before. Also, I understand, as far as the pastors shooting darts at the members about this, and this, and at the same time, they are actually the one who is doing the thing that they tell us not to do. So, in many ways, this conversation has touched my life. It has touched my life. And let me say, Ty, you've done an incredible job with this. Most definitely. Ross, incredible. Everybody that has come up and spoken have done a wonderful job. We're turning off the lights and closing the doors now. We are definitely praying for you, Ty. Although you're doing well, sometimes this kind of thing can literally drain you and make you tired physically. So
This
you go,
has, it's draining.
yeah,
And you still gotta work because you need the story to get out and you need to work. But yeah, we are literally turning the lights off on this story.
yeah. We're gonna lock
Unless
the door.
Bishop Matthews comes out and does a Jimmy Swagger video on, and that ain't happening. Yeah, we're
Right,
done. We're done.
right. I really feel sorry for this young man.
I do. I
This
do.
stuff has to steep from something that happened to him, and it had to be at the hands of another pastor. I just cannot see it any other way because the revenge, the vengefulness he has is so it's so
Tunnel.
heavy.
It's tunnel vision. He don't
Yeah,
hear
it's
see that.
tunnel.
Yeah.
He don't hear nothing. He can't see it any other kind of way.
And us
So,
saying that right there means we're siding with the pastor, Mary.
uh-huh. That's
So
really what he thinks, but
not
that's
only with
not
him, but
true.
with people in the chat as well. So
Right.
just talking about the things that are going on with him, that
hmm
means we are on the side of the pastor.
Right. When in actuality, no, we are not.
No.
We are not. But definitely, Ty and Ty Squad, let's keep this young man in our prayers when we pray. Um, let God lead you on how to pray for him. But I
Mhm.
think we should pray for him. Many of us have walked in his shoes. Maybe to not to this degree, but some of us have, walked in his shoes. So you all have a great day, Ty. We don't want to see you tonight. You go get some rest.
I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Please do.
All right, love you, Barry, always.
Love you so much. We'll talk soon.
I love my Bay Area delegation, Oakland, Fremont, Hayward, San Leandro, Fairfield, all of y'all. I love y'all. I really do. Wow, I don't know. Something just happened really big. So we got over what we needed. So I don't know who that was, My Cash App isn't updating, but man, something big just happened. Who was that? And Naida, thank you over on. Hi, I am like, hi.
Hey, since you said you was officially turning off the lights on this one, I just figured I would come in one last time. First, I want to start by apologizing for yesterday when I made the comment in the chat, and I think you thought I was referring to what the commentary was when I was actually referring to someone else that had made a comment or post in the chat. So I do want to apologize for that, number one.
No worries.
Number two, as it pertains to J-Rock, like I was saying the other time, I just feel like we should probably give him a little bit more grace. Not you per se, but a lot of the comments have been very negative about his experience. And we have to remember his experience is just that. It's his experience. We don't have to agree with it, but if he's saying it, there was a time not so long ago where it was believe all victims. And in this case, a lot of people seem to not believe him. I, for one, believe him. And I could be wrong, I could be naive, but I know other people who have experienced similar things. And sometimes people don't come forward out of fear of that no one will believe them. Now, I will agree. A lot of his delivery has been disturbing. The whole
Well, I'm
Go
like,
ahead.
the pastor said, yeah, he did it. So we yeah.
Yeah, and I understand that, but we all are adults and we know that people, no one is gonna come straight out and be like, yeah, I did it. Like everybody try to lie in the beginning.
Yeah.
But like you said, you did ask for evidence, and he claimed he had this video. The video would have helped him some, but for whatever reason, he's not releasing the video. So that is starting to make me think maybe there isn't a video. So I do understand where, people are saying like there's holes in the story and all of that. I get it. But honestly, I don't think that it was like a cash grab or trying to get attention or be on CNN and all this stuff that some of the other people were saying, because the pastor isn't even that well known. He even admitted himself he didn't even know who the pastor was. Now, had it been a well-known pastor, I think he may have gotten more traction. But I just don't think that that will be the angle. Now, what the angle is, I can't tell you, but I
Okay,
don't think it was that.
This has made Tasha K. This has made several of the major blogs on Instagram. So it got traction. It's just that I think that for somebody like himself, he probably wants a little more, and he wants more consensus on his side. He wants more people to, be championing him. What he doesn't understand, I don't think, maybe you may not be clear on this either, is that nobody is going to go to bat with what was presented receipt wise. We have text messages and we don't have them authenticated. A court, the police can authenticate that, but the social media streets can't. I think what it is, a lot of people are not bloggers, so they don't understand a lot concerning this. So we have text messages and we have an alleged ring cam, and we do have an admission from the pastor allegedly that he did go up to meet the young man. He changed his mind. So that's what we have. And so for people to be shocked that people are not running in the streets with tiki torches running towards Bishop Matthew's church with what's been presented to us, I don't know. I don't know if that is why that's shocking. And it doesn't mean that you are victim shaming. I understand the young woman Lockness earlier because it seemed like she was being triggered out of her own hurt.
Correct.
But nobody is looking at J-Rock and dismissing what goes on in the black church. That's why I figure a lot of y'all either are not listening or watching my commentary. You can't be. It's impossible. So at the end of the day, we're wishing for the best for everybody involved. But I just want one thing to be taken away from this is people, please start listening better. And if you have not watched all of the official Tyesse Report, make sure you go back and watch all of our videos. Be a part of the replay crew so you don't sound ignorant or you don't feel dumb when these conversations are being had, because all of my work is available. They're all public videos. Any closing remarks? I am like,
No, I think that's officially it.
all right. Have a good evening.
Same to you.
Notice how he keeps coming back to you. He recognizes your sincerity. He just might not know how to respond. Well, there's nothing I can do. You want to slap me in the mouth, and there's nothing more I can do. And like when I end this live, I'm done, like for real. Because I don't anticipate Bishop Matthews doing anything that's going to cause me to jump back in. I don't. If there's a major development, we will cover it. But we won't have any more of these lives like this. No. If there's a major development in this case, I mean, even if Sam Franklin says anything, I'm being honest, I don't really care. I don't. I'm not trying to be rude to Sam Franklin, but whatever she says, if she does release a statement, she don't even have to. It's all good. My job is complete because we have hearty, full circle conversations about church hurt, spiritual manipulation, women's health. You just name it. In these 4 or 5 lives, we covered it all. LGBTQs, chats, sex work, escorting. We've covered it all, right? How J-Rock heard it, I don't work for J-Rock's interpretation. I work for the people that come and support me, right? I would hope he would have an understanding and listen. But if your mind is clouded with trauma, hurt, anger, and revenge, of course, you can't hear nobody. So I wish him the best. I wish everybody in Nashville the best. Nashville, I hope you stick around and stay with us, for our regular commentary. We cover it all. We do. I hope Nashville don't leave us after I end this live. Stick around because we're going to be covering the Stellar Awards in August. And so stick around. Show us some love. Don't leave us because I'm hitting it right now with this story. Show us the love, okay? Again, peace and love to everybody involved. We want the truth to come out no matter where it leads. No matter where the truth heads, where it goes, pro or con, victim or perpetrator. Alleged victim, excuse me. Really accuser and perpetrator, victim, alleged and perpetrator, right? No matter who it is. Mm-hmm. Okay. And my name is Tyesse, no R, no R. I don't really trip on it no more, but just take the R out and you'll be good to go. Church is a culture of fear of hell if you're not. And the young man is stuck on deliverance. I'm telling him I'm going to heaven, and I believe God loves me just as I am. That is a foreign concept to him because of what he's been taught and what he's been told. He thinks I'm crazy because I'm telling him, I know I'm making it in. I don't have any question about it. I came from love, and love I will return to. I'm crystal clear on it. But if you've been told that gay people are abomination and you're going to hell and all that, and that's all you know. Mm-hmm. Would you like to hit the link, Cinnamon Aries? Let me drop the link for you because I want to be able for you to give it sound and come up, baby. Hold on one second. Let me drop the link for you, Cinnamon Aries. He is stuck in toxic theology. Okay, so you don't have to do all that typing. Cinnamon Aries. Here's the link. Right, we covered that already, Cinnamon Aries. There's the link. Hit the link and come out. Okay, we don't put allegations like, we don't do all that in the chat. Okay, Cinnamon Aries. I'm going to offer you the link one more time, Cinnamon Aries. Would you like to come up, yes or no? Okay, here we go. Let me do this. Okay, girl, bye. Goodbye. Okay. Anyways, everybody, thank y'all so much. I don't have time. I'm tired. These people, they have gotten on my nerves today already. I already did one live, y'all. I think they're behind. Okay, well, they'll catch up. There's some people that's going to help them. Okay. Is somebody going to come help them? Because I'm tired. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. Thank y'all so much for the financial love. You mean the world to me. You mean the world to me. All right. I'm off tonight. Have a good night on purpose. I love you guys. I was trying to see my Cash App won't update. I was trying to see who sent this big seed in. My Cash App just won't update right now. It's buffering. Okay. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Have a good evening.